All right, so today we're going to be talking about journaling. If you don't have a journal, I highly advise, like, this isn't a request, it's not a recommendation. I highly advise that you get one immediately. All right. Aside from your meditation and prayer, where you get to have conversations with God, ask Him questions, and the only way that you'll be able to get those answers is by documenting them, okay? Because the answers to your questions aren't going to come all in a straight flow. It's going to be in bits and pieces, and the answer is going to come in many different forms, from like people introduced into your life, new friendships, new relationships, new ideas, new opportunities. If you don't have those documented, then when it's time to put the bigger picture together, like, you'll be all at a loss because everything just went over your head. So if you have God's original ideas, right, documented, and you don't have to get a fancy one. I've got many different regular school composition notebooks. Like, this one has already been beaten up, and I've gotten all the ideas and answers that I could fill into this book. I finished this one. I'm almost done with this one, and I just cracked open this one. This is the new one, right? You need to document these ideas. There's no manifestation without documentation, all right? Because these words come from the source. Right now, there's a whole AI revolution. Everybody wants to jump on that train, but it's artificial intelligence. There's only one supreme intelligence, and that is where all things are created. The source, God. You want a personal relationship with Him. He the only one that understands you. He understands your pain. Like, AI is just the average intelligence. AI, artificial intelligence, although it seems like it could do all these cool tricks, it's artificial at the end of the day. It's sort of like getting artificial sweetener in your soda. If you want real organic intelligence, go to the primary source. And when you meditate, which is a natural thing to do, have a conscious conversation with Him, which is a natural thing to do. Throughout your experience in life, what He's going to do is supply you with information, original information, not artificial AI information. And that is going to get you to the point where you have the bigger picture, and the pieces of the puzzle is going to be in your documentation. Because when you document everything, that's when the process of manifestation begins. You get these different ideas, you just sprinkle them all over these pages, you revisit them with like little sticky notes, and you're like, oh, you start, the smallest thing could just spark that idea to connect the dots. That, like, God is the ultimate plug. You just need that spark, and His words are literally written from Him to you in your personal journal. So I highly recommend that you get yourself a journal and just let your ideas flow, because it's coming from the original source, and ain't nothing better than that. So those who are scared of losing their jobs to AI, like, let them, cry a river. But when you have the original source, from the original source, the Lord, your creator, ain't nothing that could beat that. And you'll have these ideas that you could just pass down to generation after generation. If you want success 2025 and beyond, like, get yourself a journal. I highly recommend. It is so important that you get yourself a journal. If you want to continue to struggle, hop on a different algorithm train. You want to do all the crying all over, like, oh my God, DEI. What else are they crying about today? There's so many different crying. Like, cry to God and allow Him to supply you with the information. Because without Him, you'll just be lost. And I can't even imagine a world living without my source looking out for me. All right, so if this come across your For You page, you don't have a journal, start with a sticky pad. to remind you to get one. So get you a Bible, get you a journal, and just get to work, and everything else will fall into place.